All right, we're going to do some work on this image, and we're going to use the magic of the histograms and some other tools to see if we can get the image corrected a little bit color-wise. If you take a look at it, you may notice that it's got kind of a yellowish, reddish kind of look to it. Here's another version of this image. It's rather blue. So we have the blue one and the yellow one. How did this happen? Well, the photographer didn't have the white balance set to the same settings when these photos were taken, and so you get a color cast to them. And this happens quite a bit, especially when you've got someone with a powerful camera and they haven't been trained on it. They just start clicking away and getting images, but they will come out possibly the wrong color. So we're going to take care of that. We want to use the histograms and look at the numbers on these things, which will help us quite a bit. Before we get going here, though, I want to go to the pile of tools here that's got the eyedropper, and down below here is the color sampler tool. That allows me to put a color sampler on here. So if I click onto this white mouse, because I know that the white mouse is white, you'll notice it puts a little number 1 here. There's an RGB set of values there. I might even put something over here. If you have some things that you know what the values of them of the area should be, you can put samplers on there and check the numbers on it. I know the mouse should be white. It should be an equal red, green, and blue values, and I see right now 244, 211, 142. The blue is much less than the red, and the red is more than the green. That kind of gives us a clue why it's got that color cast to it. And the same situation with the one that I put on the Macintosh in the back, which is sort of a gray silver, I'm guessing. All right, now quickly a word about these samplers. They're looking at pixels, and if we zoom way in here, come in even a little farther, it just landed on a pixel, and it says point sample. That means it's going to pick out 1 pixel and use that value. But as you look through here, there's a little bit of noise in this color area, and if you pick a point sample, you may land on this one, you may land on this one, you may land on this one. If you look at the RGB number on the top up here, see they change quite a bit just going from pixel to pixel. So what the good practice is go like a 5x5 average, and that way it's going to take a larger area and average it out. So if you happen to land on one of these weird pixels, it doesn't really mess up your sense of perspective. Okay, so here we go. We want to look at this with histograms. So we'll go up to the window and we'll look at histogram, and right now we have the expanded view here, which shows us all channels, and a very handy way to look at it. And you can see right now that here's the whole distribution of information on the histogram. Here's the red channel, the green channel, and the blue channel, and you see that the red goes pretty much left to right. The blue kind of falls off early, and the green falls off early. The blue falls off way early. Let's, just for fun, look at this other one that was sort of blue, and you'll see its channels reflect what's going on with it. It's a little light on the red, the blue is in good shape, and the green is halfway in between. So let's go back here. So our goal is to make all of these channels pretty much go from the light value to the dark value all the way through the spectrum here. So what we can do with this is we can make an adjustment layer. Go down here to New Adjustment Layer, and we're going to use Levels, because that's a really easy to comprehend thing. It brings up our display of the RGB over here on the properties, and it's a duplication of what we see in the histogram. So here's our red, green, and our blue. Okay, we're dealing with the darkest value on this pointer, the lightest value on this pointer, and the middle value. And what we can do is we can move this over here to where the information seems to start. Now if you'd like to see the information, there's a really cool trick. You hold down the Option key, pull this over, and you'll see where the information lands when you're on that level. And so I'm going to go here to where the information starts. That's the blue. And here's the green. I'm going to go over here. And just by looking at the information, I'll pull it over to where the pile starts. And over here on the red, I move over a bit. And looking at these histograms, it looks like they've pulled out pretty far. So before and after, here we look.